وعيت قال لم يزل
हाँ वईतु क्यों
وعيت
खिताब है
وعيت
मादा रईता वमा الذي वईता
فقال له ماذا رأيته وما الذي وعيت قال لم يزل الشيخ مدخرج يصفق بيده
بيديه
ويخالف بين رجليه ويغرد بملء شدقيه ويقول كنت أصلى
ببلية
من وقاه شمرية وأزور السجن لولا حاكم الإسكندرية. فضحك القاضي حتى هاوت دنيته وذوت سكينته. فلما فاء إلى الوقار أقبل الاستغراب بالاستغفار. قال اللهم بحرمة عبادك المقربين حرم حبسي على المتأدبين. ثم قال لذلك الأمين علي به فانطلق مجدا بطلبه ثم عاد بعد لئيه مخبرا بنائه. فقال له القاضي أما إنه لو حضر لكفي الحضر ثم لأوليته ما هو به أولى ولا أريته أن الآخرة خير له من الأولى. قال الحارث بن همام فلما رأيت صغو القاضي إليه وفوت ثمرة التنبيه عليه غشيتني ندامة الفرزدق حين أبان النوار والكسعي لما استبان النهار.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So the Qazi said to him, what have you seen and what have you gathered? Malladhi ra'ita, seen, and malladhi wa'ita, and what have you gathered? Wa'aya'i wa'yan, ke ma'ana hafiza yahfazu hifazatan. Quran Sharif mein hai na, wata'iyyaha udhunun wa'iyah, yani tahfadhaha udhunun hafidha. So, ماذا رأيت وما الذي وعيت? What did you see and what did you gather? قال, he replied, لم يزل الشيخ مدخرج يصفق بيديه. The old man, since he left, continued, did not cease to clap with both hands and dance with both feet. Caper with his feet and sing with full of his cheeks. Lam yazal, mazala, to do something continuously, not cease to do it. Saffaqa yusaffiqu, tali bajana. So since he left, he kept on continuing to clap with his hands and yukhalifu bayna rijlayhi. खालफ युखालिफु मुखालफतन के माना आगे पीछे करना, to take something back and forth. तो इसका easy तर्जमा क्या है? Dance. So he continued to clap with his hands and dance with his feet. ويغرد بملء شدقيه. غرد يغرد تغريدا के माना ऊंची आवाज से गाना, to sing at the top of your voice. بملء شدقيه ملأ يملأ ملأ भरना, and shidqun means jabda, jaw, meaning यहाँ मुराद उसका तर्जुमा आसानी के लिए चीक कर दो, with his full of his cheeks, full of his jaws. And he continued to sing loudly at the top of his voice with full of his cheeks, and he was saying كنت أصلى ببلية من وقاع شمرية وأزور السجن لولا حاكم الإسكندرية. I was very close to being burnt with a musibat and calamity because of a besharam, shameless jade, shameless woman who had prepared and planned. And I was close to visiting the prison if it was not for the Qazi of Iskandariya. Kittu usla, kada ke mana, to be close to do something. Usla, sayasla naran zat al-hab, sayasla sa'ira, jalna, to burn. So I was very close to being burnt with a musibat. Baliyatun jama balaya, musibat, problem. Min waqahin shammariya. Waqah, waqiha yaqahu, waqahan के माना बेशर्मी करना. तो वक़ाह is सिफत मुशब्बहा and is used for male and female both. यहाँ पर चूंकि उसकी वाइफ मुराद है इसलिए फीमेल मुराद है. एंड शम्मरिया, शम्मरियुन मुज़क्कर एंड मुअन्नस शम्मरियतुन. एंड शम्मर युशम्मिरु तशमीरन मीन्स टू प्रिपेयर, टू बी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड. तो बेशरम औरत जो वेल प्रिपेयर्ड होके कोर्ट में गई थी, उसकी वजह से आई वॉज गोइंग टू बर्न इन अ मुसीबत. वज़ूरु सिजना लौला, एंड आई वॉज वेरी क्लोज टू विजिटिंग. ज़ारा यज़ूरु ज़ियारतन, विजिट. सिजनुन जमा सुजून, jail, prison. I was very close to visiting the prison if it was not for the Bewakoof Hakim of Iskandariya. Meaning he tricked the Qazi. He had tricked his father-in-law by getting that young girl, beautiful one with lots of wealth, and then he tricked the Qazi as well. Now, what should the Qazi do upon hearing this? He would get angry. But here, when he heard this poetry for the Hikal Qazi began to laugh. Hatta hawad danniyatuhu, until his long hat fell off. With zawid sakinatuhu, and his composure was lost. Dhahika yadhaku, हंसना जोर जोर से. हवत हवा यहवी हुवियन के literally माना झुकना, to lean. By leaning over here, what he means is fall. And danniyatun is from dannun, and dannun means matka, large vase. उस ज़माने में लंबे लंबे वाज होते थे, उसमें पानी भरते थे और आज उसको उसमें फ्लावर्स वगैरह रखते हैं. तो उस ज़माने में काजी होते थे ना, वो ऐसी लंबी टोपी पहनते थे. और तबूश होती है ना टर्किश, तो काजी लोगों की स्पेशल टोपी होती थी. तो वो टोपी से भी पहचाने जाते कि ये काजी की टोपी है, गैर काजी ये टोपी नहीं पहन सकता, टू डिस्टिंग्विश. और दूसरे उलमा का अलग लिबास होता था, अवाम का अलग लिबास होता था. तो सब में डिफरेंस हो, पता चले कि ये जनरल पब्लिक है, ये आलिम है. कोई गैर आलिम के साथ तशब्बु इख्तियार करके लोगों को धोखा न दे. तो काजी की लंबी टोपी थी, स्पेशल टोपी. इमाम अबू हनीफा भी लंबी टोपी पहनते थे, इमाम थे. तो हवत दन्नियतुहु, हिज टॉल कैप हैट फेल ऑफ. व ज़वत सकीनतुहु, ज़वा यज़वी ज़ुवियन के माना ज़ाला नशफ़ा. तो अन सकीनतुहु, sakinatun sukun, so his composure and sukun was lost. He also fell right, left, and laughed and laughed and laughed. Lekin falamma fa'a ila al-waqar, when he returned to his waqar, composure and dignity and gravity, wa'aqqaba al-istighrab bil-istighfar, and he followed up his severe laughter with istighfar, seeking forgiveness from Allah. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. What did I do? I shouldn't be laughing like this. I am Qazi. I should hold on to my composure. Fa'a yafi'u fay'an, lotna, to return. Waqar, sanjidgi, and composure. So when he returned to his sanjidgi and gravity, and aqqaba yu'aqqibu ta'qiban, to make something follow something else. इस्तिग़राब, इस्तग़रब यस्तग़रिबु इस्तिग़राबन means शिद्दतुल ज़िह्क, जोर जोर से बहुत ज़्यादा हंसना. इस्तिग़फ़ार, seeking forgiveness. So when he came back to his gravity and he followed up severe laughter with istighfar, he said, Allahumma bihurmati ibadika al-muqarrabeen, harrim habsi ala al-muta'addibeen. O Allah, by the sanctity of your most honored servants, make my prison haram upon men of literacy. बिहुरमती के माना उनके एहतराम के सबब और उनके वास्ते से. इबादिकल मुकर्रबीन, अल्लाह के कुछ मुकर्रब बंदे हैं तो जो वेरी क्लोज टू अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला. फअम्मा इन कान मिनल मुकर्रबीन फरौहुन व रैहान. حرم حبسی حرم يحرم تحریم حرام کر دینا حبس جیل خانہ prison على المتأدبین تأدب يتأدب تأدبا کے معنی علم ادب سیکھنا men of literacy. ثم قال لذلك الأمين علي به فانطلق مجدا في طلبه ثم عاد بعد لأيه مخبرا بنأيه. Then he said to that Amin, trusted one, علي به, bring him back to me. So he proceeded trying his best and working hard to find him, but he returned after a long time, informing the Qazi of his being distant and going far away. ثم قال لذلك الأمين, Amin from Amin يأمن, trusted one, علي به يعني ائتني به بذلك الفتى, bring me that old man and his wife. فانطلق, to proceed, مجدا أجد يجد إجدادا means कोशिश करना, to strive, to work hard, striving to look for him, search for him. However, he had disappeared. ثم عاد بعد لأيه, he returned after لأي. لأي لأيا means to delay something. So he came after quite a bit of delay and long time. مخبرا بنأيه. مخبرا, give information, informing of نأيه. نأى ينأى نأيا. نأى عنه के माना उससे दूर हो गया. وهم ينهون عنه وينأون عنه. Informing that he's gone far away, he can't be found. فقال له القاضي, so the Qazi said to him, أما إنه لو حضر لكفي الحذر ثم لأوليته ما هو به أولى ولأريته أن الآخرة خير له من الأولى. The thing is that if he had been here, if he was present, then he should have been protected from any fear. Then I would have imparted to him that which he deserves most, and I would have shown him that the latter state and latter gift and present is even better for him than the former one. أما إنه لو حضر, أما बात ये है. The thing is, to start off a sentence. So the thing is, إنه لو حضر, indeed if he was to be here, حضر يحضر حضورا, to be present, لكفي الحذر, then I would have he would have been sufficed from any fear and wrong, worry. كفية كفى يكفي كفاية وكفى بالله وكيلا, to suffice, to be enough, to protect. حذر حذير يحذر حذرا के माना डरना, चौंकना, to be wary, to be fearful. Meaning I wouldn't have scared him. I'm really happy with him. Though he tricked me, but I'm really happy with him. He would have been protected from any fear. I would not have sent him into prison. And I would have given him that which he deserves more. أولى يولي إيلاء के माना देना, to impart, to give. ما هو به أولى, أولى mean حق, what he deserves most. And ولا أريته أرى يري إراءة, to show. I would have shown him أن الآخرة خير له من الأولى, that the second in'am is better for him than the first in'am. I would have given him more money. قال الحارث بن همام, said Harith bin Hammam, فلما رأيت صغو القاضي إليه وفوت ثمرة التنبيه عليه, then when I saw the leaning of Qadi towards him, and that the fruit of Qazi's tambih was lost to him. Saghwun, sagha yazghu saghwan, ma'il hona, to lean towards something. So Qazi leaned towards the old man because of his beautiful poetry and ash'ar. And fata yafutu fautan, to lose, to miss out. Samaratun, fruit. Tambih, nabbaha yunabbihu tambihan, ke ma'na to awaken someone. Tambih karna, to डांट डपट, to क्या कहते हैं, तंबीह करना, to बताओ ना क्या तर्जमा करेंगे, to bring to attention, to shout at someone, scream at someone, and make them straight. भाई तूने क्या किया? What did you do? This is wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. So Qazi was totally opposite of what he should be doing. And Qazi was leaning towards him, and the fruit of tambih and shouting and correcting was lost upon him. So if Qazi becomes like this, then what's going to happen to the society? You know, he should have that tambih. No, if he came here, I would have put him in prison. I would have beaten him up. Why does he go around and trick Qazis? He tricked his father-in-law and he tricked the Qazi as well. What's he going to do? He's going to trick other people as well. He's a Behrupiya. So he should have put him in prison. So rather than showing some anger towards him, he was leaning towards him. When I saw this, غشيتني ندامة الفرزدق حين أبان النوار والقسعية لما استبان النهار. I was covered by the regret of Farazdak when he gave talaq ba'ina to Nawar, his wife, and the regret of Kusa'i lamma stabana nahar, when the light of the day appeared before him and became clear. Now what does this mean? I'll explain it after I translate it. Go translate pehla kar lo. فقال له, Qazi said to him, ماذا رأيت? What did you see and what did you gather? He replied, the Sheikh did not cease since he left to clap with both hands and dance with both feet and sing at the top of his voice with his cheeks full and say, I was very close to burning in a musibat due to a besharam, shameless, well-prepared woman, and I was very close to visiting the prison if he was not for the Qazi, the ruler, governor of Iskandariya. Now the Qazi laughed until his long hat fell off and his composure was lost. When he came back to waqar and gravity and sanjeedgi, and he followed up excessive laughter with istighfar, he said, O Allah, by the ihtiram and respect of your muqarrab bondsman, keep my prison haram upon men of literacy. Then he said to that trustworthy person, bring him back to me. So he went out, striving hard to search for him, but he returned after quite some time, informing of him being gone far away. So Qazi said to him, the thing is, if he had been present, he would have been sufficed and protected from all fear, and I would have given him that which he deserves most, and I would have shown him that the second gift is better for him than the first one. Hadith ibn Hammam says, now when I saw the Qazi leaning towards him and the fruit of scolding lost upon him, full of rebuking lost upon him, the regret of Farazdak overcame me, covered me, when he had given talaq baina to Nawar, and the regret of Kusa'i when the day appeared and daylight appeared. What are these two stories? Farazdak is a sha'ir from Banu Tamim, and he was among the tabi'een during the time of Hassan Basri, rahmatullahi alayh. But he was not on a good way, so he used to do silly things as well. Once, his cousin, Nawar, called him over and she said, I have received a proposal from the other town. Can you do me a favor? Go and check out if the person is good, then, marry me to him. So Farazdak said, okay, no problem, that's good. Now, Nawar was, beautiful, good looking, young. So Farazdak, fell in love with her. So he came back with two witnesses and he said, Nawar, look, you are sending me, but I am scared that someone might object on me. I want you to, make me your wakil in front of these two witnesses. So she said, yeah, you are my wakil. Go, you have my permission to marry me. So he came from there, and rather than going to that neighboring town, he went into the masjid and he came to the Hasan Basri's masjid and said, Nawar has, appointed me as her representative and I am marrying her myself. And these two are my witnesses. She gave permission in front of these two witnesses. Now, when he came back and told Nawar, Nawar was furious. He said, I didn't mean, I don't want to marry you. I made you wakil to marry the other person. No, you gave me wikalat alal itlaq. I can marry whoever I want, and I'm marrying you myself. So she said, no, I'm not your wife. I'm not staying with you. So Nawar, she said, you are my wife. Your nikah is done. You can't marry anyone else now. So you are in my nikah. She went to the local qazi of Basra. But the local guy said, Baba, maaf karna. Farazdak, his zaban is very abusive. Anyone who says something bad against him, he composes poetry and he insults them. So I'm scared. I don't want anything to do with him. So nobody would help her. Every qazi was saying sorry, 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 declining to help her. When, she got no joy, she went to Makkah Mukarramah. And at that time, Abdullah ibn Zubair radiallahu anhu was the Khalifa of the time. So when Farazdak heard that she is going to Makkah Mukarramah, he also went with a caravan to Makkah Mukarramah. So she stayed at Abdullah bin Zubair's wife, with his wife, and she mentioned all her case to him. Farazdak arrived and he stayed at Abdullah bin Zubair's son's house. And he would tell his story. Now from this side, Abdullah bin Zubair's son telling him his story. And from that side, his wife is telling Abdullah bin Zubair her story. So Abdullah bin Zubair heard from both sides. And he decided that Farazdak has been, has tricked her, deceived her, and he's not been proper, clear in the matter. So he said, I'm deciding that Nawar is not your wife. And she is separate, she did not make you wakil, and I, being the representative, saying that the nikah is dissolved. Now, Farazdak got angry, and he composed some poetry, and in that poetry he said, أما البنون فلم يقبل شفاعتهم وشفعت بنت منظور ابن زيانا ليس الشفيع الذي يأتيك متزرا مثل الشفيع الذي يأتيك عريانا. बहुत गंदा शेर कह दिया उसने. Ammal Banoon, as for the boys, their sifarish was not accepted. And Manzoor ibn Zayyana's daughter, sifarish was accepted. Manzoor ibn Zayyana's daughter is his wife, Abdullah bin Zubair's wife. So his wife's sifarish was accepted, sons was not accepted. Ammal Banoon falam tuqbal shafa'atuhum wa shuffi'at bintu Manzoor ibn Zayyana. Laysa ash-shafi'u alladhi ya'tika muttaziran. That Sifarishi who comes clothed with proper izar and clothing is not same Misla Shafi Ladi Yatika Uriyana. That Shafi, like that Shafi who comes to you naked. Meaning that you accepted the shafaat of your wife who is naked and whom you sleep with, but you did not accept the shafaat of your sons. Abdullah bin Zubair got really angry. He insulted mujhe. Now when Abdullah bin Zubair was coming to Masjid Haram for namaz, Farazdak was also coming. So Abdullah bin Zubair was, mashallah, he was built. So he just dragged Farazdak towards the wall of the masjid, and he strangled him. And he said, you are abusive, I'm going to kill you. Because people are always scared of you, and you compose this type of gandi nangi poetry, and people are scared of you, I'm going to finish you off. You just watch. And he threatened him. Now, when Nawar heard of this, after all, she was the cousin. So she softened up and she said, Abdullah bin Zubair, please, leave him alone, don't kill him. I'll stay with him. So she stayed with him. Now, what happened is, Abdullah bin Farasdak was happy that, chalo, she's my wife now. And he had to do walima. So he needed some money. So he found out who is the, rich person in Makkah. So they told him, and he composed some poetry about that rich person, praising him. And he went and sang that poetry to him. And the rich man said, yes, what can I do for you? And he said, I need some money for walima. So he said, no problem. Here is 10,000 for your walima, another 10,000 as gift. He was very happy. He came, did a large, big walima, invited all. And then he came, he was returning with Nawar. Now, on the way, he and Nawar were always fighting. So they were always fighting. They couldn't get along. Now, they came back here. They started living together. Now, Farasdak is Farasdak. He used to commit zina as well. So one night what happened was, there was this Sharif lady and he said, I want to do zina with you. Now that lady was really terrified, scared. So she spoke to Nawar that, look, he's threatening me. So Nawar said, don't worry. I'll sort you out. He said, okay, tell him to come and I'll come there and close the lights off. So, he slept with Nawar thinking that it's her. Then Nawar opened the lights and he slapped her. She slapped her. Bewakoof, you do this and you go abuse people and this. So he said, oh, it's you. I thought it was her. Na'uzubillah. Then they kept on arguing. Then one day, Nawar, said so many things to him. So he got frustrated and he said, I'm going to divorce her. He came out. He took two of his friends to the Majlis of Hassan Basri. And he said, Hassan Basri, I'm going to divorce Nawar. So all of you, be witness. Anni talaqtu Nawar salasan. So they said, okay, we are witness. Then when he came out of the masjid after namaz, he regretted it. And he composed some poetry. He said, Nadimtu nadamat al-kusa'iyya lamma ghadat mutallaqatan minni nawaru. وكانت جنتي فخرجت منها كآدم حين أخرجه الضرار ولو أني ملكت يدي ونفسي لأصبح لي على القدر اختيار وكنت كفاقي عينيه عمدا فأصبح ما يضيء له نهار. I regret my action like the regret of Kusa'i when Nawar became mutallaqa with me. She was my paradise. I came out of my paradise like Adam alayhi salam when his mistake took him out. Had I any control over my hands and my zat, then I would have had some choice over my taqdeer. I am like a person who poked his both eyes and he became blind, so even the light of the day cannot light shine before him. This is Nadamatul Farasdak Hina Abanan Nawar. Nawar is the name of his wife. Wal Kusa'i lam mastabanan nahar. Kusa'i is a sha'ir. He was one, going somewhere in the forest and he saw a beautiful, long tree, and on that the sticks, branch was very delicate and beautiful. He thought that from this branch, if I cut it, I can make a very nice bow and some arrows. So he cut it, he brought it home, he made a nice bow and he made 5 arrows with it. And then he sang some poetry. I'm going to go and hunt and bring some fresh meat for my little kids and my family. And then he went out hunting and he was sitting on the tree because in those days they would go to the jungle or the forest and climb on trees. So lions, tigers cannot attack them. And wait there for the prey to come out. Now the night was dark, but in that slim light, some deer or gazelle, small gazelle, came forth, and he looked at her and he shot an arrow. Now the arrow went out of the body and it struck a stone and sparks came. Now Qusay thought that, oh no, I missed the target. So he said, he sang some poetry and said, Chalo koi haran nahi. Another one, another spark, another one, another, all 5 trees and arrows, and they're all creating sparks. So he got angry. He broke that bow. This bow is no good. And I didn't get anything. All sparks coming out. So he slept on the tree at night. In the morning, he got up, because in the morning the predators, they go back to their bushes. So he came down from the tree, and as he was moving, he saw that, one animal, one deer is killed, second is killed, third is killed, fourth, five. All 5 arrows hit the target. They went out of the body, and then they struck the stone, and the spark was after the prey had been killed. And he said, oh, what did I do? I broke my bow. It was so beautiful, and it was so nice and so precise that it would hit the target. What did I do? So when the light of the day appeared before him, he regretted his action. This is wal kusaiye lamma stawa nahar, and ghashiyatni mujh par chha gayi, covered me. I was covered by the regret of Kusai when the daylight appeared before him. Istabana yastabinu istibanatan, to see something clearly. When he saw the daylight clearly. Do you understand now? Yeah. याद कर गया नसीदा